tell me about yourself?
Hi, my name is Madison Reyes. I am 20 years old. I am currently enrolled full-time in school as well as a part-time cast member at Disney's Magic Kingdom. I work in attractions over in the circus, so I work with Dumbo and the Barnstormer.
Why did you choose the school you attended?
Currently, I am attending Valencia Community College. I was a transfer student from University of Texas at San Antonio. I decided to move down here and pursue a career with Disney, so I had to transfer all of my credits over, and I wanted to make sure I knew what I first and foremost wanted to study before I committed to another four-year university.
How did you decide on a major?
It's kind of a funny story. When I first started college, I was a psychology major. My father has severe PTSD, and my little brother has been diagnosed with autism for about 10 years now. And I was really interested in the way that their brains worked and how they differed from my brain. But moving to Disney, I decided to pursue a different path, something I've always been really passionate about and have always had an interest in is graphic design. And that is spread throughout the parks, whether it be marketing, so your ads, or even as little as the food menus that you see throughout the parks. I decided to pursue graphic design to work on those things throughout the parks.
Which courses did you find most difficult and why?
So far, most of the courses that I have taken have not been too challenging. I'm pretty confident in, your core classes, so math, science, history, English, it's all pretty simple to me. However, this speech class has proven to be one of the most difficult classes I've ever taken. It requires me to go outside of my comfort zone. And being an online class, it's a little bit more difficult to grasp all the concepts without a physical professor in front of you teaching you the class. Also, the whole recording thing is a little different to me. Not necessarily something that I'm super comfortable with. Again, learning how to step outside of that comfort zone has been quite the challenge with this course.
What would you like to be doing 5 years from now?
In my 5-year plan, I would love to be working in California. I would love to be working at the Walt Disney Studio in Burbank, whether it be as an animator, an intern, a graphic designer, any of those outlets I would be over the moon happy about. California is where I ultimately want to end up. It has the most job opportunities other than New York for my degree field. I also would love to be able to stay with the Walt Disney Company for the remainder of my career. I know it's not the coolest or the most jazziest company, but I love it and I'm very passionate about this company, and I can take what I'm learning in school and apply it to essentially every role that this company has to offer.
What has been your greatest accomplishment?
So far in my life, I'm still very young, but my greatest accomplishment has been being able to live on my own for the past 3 years. I graduated high school early for family reasons. My father had to move to Texas for the military, and then me and my mom and siblings followed suit shortly afterwards. I got a job when I was 17. I wasn't in school for, I guess, the second semester of what would have been my senior year. And then when I went to college, I have not moved back into my parents' house since. And I know that a lot of people my age can't say that. And being so young, being able to move essentially halfway across the country and live on my own and support myself has been probably my greatest accomplishment thus far.
Describe your greatest strengths and weaknesses.
Some of my strengths are definitely my people skills. I am a very personable person. I love to talk about pretty much anything. I'm also a really strong leader. So in any given situation, I'm usually the one that takes charge and takes the reins for the situation, whether it be a good or a bad one. I'm usually the voice per se when it comes to things like that. One of my greatest weaknesses, slightly painful to admit, but I suffer from severe anxiety. So, although I am a very strong leader, my anxiety sometimes gets the best of me in that aspect. So, it takes a lot, it's a balancing act. It takes a lot of courage for me to be able to be the leader that I am while fighting those internal demons.
Would you rather be in charge of a project or work as part of a team?
Like I said in the previous question, I definitely would like to be the leader of the project. I have very good organizational skills and delegation skills. I also am very approachable, according to a lot of other people. So I feel like that aspect of my personality would assist in leading a group in a project.
What have you learned from the jobs you have held?
So far, I have had 2 jobs, and my first one was at Starbucks. And I definitely learned a lot about myself and about my surroundings with that role. I learned that people can be mean, and they're going to be mean no matter how you look at it. But it's how you take that issue and turn it around that makes all the difference. I've learned how to utilize guest recovery. Guest service is something that I'm very passionate about. I look for in essentially everything that I do. And now here at Disney, I've taken a lot of what I've learned from Starbucks and applied that here. And I've learned that you just have to take it one guest at a time, no matter what the circumstances, what the situation is. Because although it may be the 1,000th time that you've been asked this question, it's their first time that they're dealing with the issue. So you're there to help them. You're there to serve. So that's probably what I've learned the most from my 2 positions that I've held.
I've asked you a lot of questions. Now, do you have any questions for me?
I don't believe I have any questions for you. So thank you for your time. I appreciate your this simulation for the interview. Thank you so much.